Hey guys, welcome to AR Techies and my name is Arvind. Today in this video I will show you how to reduce your tax amount. So if you are watching this video in my channel for the very first time, please make sure to subscribe for the latest updates. So now let's get started. So basically income tax falls under some different slabs. So if the employee or the income level of a particular person is more than 2.5, then only he need to pay taxes. If the employee salary is less than 2.5, there is 0% tax. If it is in between 2.5 to 5 lakhs, then they have to pay 5% of tax, and 5 lakh to 10 lakhs they need to pay 20% of 20%, and above 10 lakhs they need to pay 30% of the tax, 30% of tax. So for example, let's take an example, then you can understand more. So my income level is, for example, I can say 5 lakh per annum. 5 lakh per annum is my income level. So out of which up to 2.5 lakhs there is no tax. So subscribe that 5 lakh minus 2.5 lakh, then the remaining amount is 2.5 lakhs. So basically 5 lakhs falls under the second slab, which is 5% I need to pay, out of which 2.5 lakh is an exemption. So for 2.5 lakhs I need to pay tax for that. So for 2.5 lakhs, 5%, which is equals to, so I'll give you a detailed explanation. It's 2 lakhs into, so 5 by 100, which is equals to 12,500 rupees I need to pay for the government. So this is the tax amount I need to pay. Now let's get started with some examples. If you are working in an organizations, right? So basically how to reduce this amount. So basically we are going to spend our money from in different ways, like shopping, groceries, and house rent, something. So in that we are going to pay some taxes. For even if you go for movies, there is some central GST and state GST as well, for food as well, right? So if you are working in some organizations, there will be some HRA in your salary slip or pay slips. So what do you mean by HRA? It's a house rent allowance. It's a house rent allowance where you can show to the government that this much amount of rent I am going to pay, and you can claim that one. So basically this I'll tell you. So HRA from the salary slip, or some members call it as pay slip. And so if you are living in metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Hyderabad and Bangalore, like that, so 50% of basic you have to pay for if you are living in metro cities, or 40% if you live in non-metro, basic in non-metro. And so how you are going to calculate the HRA is rent minus, it's 10% of basic, 10% of basic salary only you need to pay. So let me take a small example so you can get clarity. For example, my salary, let me consider my salary is 50,000 per month. 50,000 per month is my salary, out of which my basic salary would be 25,000. 25,000 is my basic salary. So here HRA is calculated if you are living in metropolitan cities or non-metro. So basically most of the companies calculate 40%, which is non-metro. So let me take that one only. So basic salary 25,000 into 40%. So what will be your pay is exactly 10,000 rupees is your HRA. It's a HRA you have here. So this is how it's been. So for this tax exemption here could be considered very minimum. So HRA from pay slips is something around 10,000, and if you are living and is 10,000. But here rent, so what is your rent, home rent? For example, if my rent is around 5,000 per month minus 10% of my basic, so what is my basic salary is 25,000, and 10% of that is like this. So how much you are going to get is something around 2,500 rupees. 2,500 rupees is my HRA exactly. So considering all this, the minimum is considered. So 10,000, 10,000 and 2,500. Which one is minimum? That is considered here. So 2,500 into 12, which is equal to 30,000. 30,000 is my exemption. So this is the rent of your house per year. Okay, so let's keep this aside. So later in the tutorial we'll just learn how to use that. So you can reduce the tax from that. Okay, now if I take one brief example how you can pay these and all, you can get much clarity about that. Now let's take an example. My salary is, for example, it's 6 lakh, and before that I need to tell one thing, like so there is one tax, right? So provident funds, we call it as provident funds. So that is PF, provident funds, that is you call it as PF. So how this PF is calculated, right? So 12% from the basic salary is considered as PF. So from my basic salary, 25,000 is my basic salary, out of which 12% is around 3,000, I guess 3,000. So for 12 months it's 36,000 is my PF. So PF is equal to 36,000 is my PF, where I need to pay for the government. Okay, now let's take an example now. So basically for example, for your understanding, I'm taking the rounded values, like 6 lakhs is my annual income, and out of which my rent is 5k per month. I am showing it as expenses to the government. So 6 lakh minus 2.5 lakh, where you can you need not to pay for 2.5 lakhs. So out of this 3.5 lakh, 2.5 lakhs. So for 3.5 lakhs falls under 5% of that. So for 3.5 lakh of 5% is somewhere around 17,500 rupees. 17,500 rupees is the tax. The tax you need to pay for the government. For the government is 17,500 rupees. Now I am going to show how to reduce this amount. So 17,500 is a very huge amount, right? So by showing all the expenses to the government, I am going to reduce this tax amount, which is 17,500, to very much lesser. So basically we can claim HRA, right? So HRA, what is my HRA is 30,000 rupees is my HRA. I can claim that. So maximum tax exemption that you can claim is up to 1.5 lakhs, right? So maximum tax exemption you can claim is up to 1.5 lakhs. 1.5 lakhs you can claim. So out of which my PF I rose for 36,000, and remaining amount is 1.5 lakh minus 36,000, so which is exactly equals to 1,14,000. So this is the amount I have. So I'm saving. So this is the amount I have. I can claim that. I can claim or I can use. So you can use how you can use, right? So there is one thing called ELSS, which is equity linked savings scheme, which is a mutual fund. If you are excuse me, so if you are going to invest this amount in somewhere else in the mutual funds, then you can earn, you can you can reduce your tax more and more. Is now considering all this, so my salary, so now we'll calculate how much tax I'm going to pay out of my annual income. So as 2.5 actually 1.5 lakh I have reduced, and so 30,000, I mean 30k. So these are my expenses I have showed here, so which is equals to 4 lakhs. So out of 4 lakhs, so 4 lakh I can exempt 2.5 lakh. So what is exactly is 1.5 lakh. For 1.5 lakh, so it comes under second slab, which I need to pay 5% of 1.5 lakhs, which is exactly equals to 7,300 rupees. Now 17,500 to 7,300 rupees, your tax amount got reduced. This is how the tax you can reduce, showing all your expenses to the government, right? Thank you. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel.